So what happens when you want to submit an application? Of course, you have to log in, as we already saw. You have to log in onto your account. So you come here, you log in, and once you have logged in, it will take you to the home page, as we saw. While on the home page, first you have to click Create New Application, which you can access through this section here, this tab, and you can also use this tab here to access the same. So you click Create New Application, and once you are there, you will have access to the different application types, according to the subscription of your committee. Different committees have different applications. So you basically select the application type that you want to submit at that point in time. The model is the same. Each application type presents you with a set of questions that you have to read through and respond based on the application that you want to submit. So all that you have to do is select the application type that you want and then scroll all the way to the end and click Create Application. And once you click that one, then you get the list of questions relevant to that particular application type. And all you have to do now is respond to the list of questions presented to you and keep on responding to those questions all the way to the end. You can see here, because the system will not allow you to submit your application if there are certain mandatory questions that you have not responded to, it is safe that you highlight the mandatory questions upfront so that as you respond to the questions, you can already see the mandatory questions have been highlighted so that you don't skip any of those mandatory questions. So the format is the same. You just respond to these questions all the way to the end. Then the very last tab, second to last tab rather, you have the attachments. So all the necessary attachments, you will be required to upload them here. These attachments, some of them are mandatory. This is purely upon your committee to decide which ones are mandatory and which ones are optional. Those that are mandatory attachments or questions, you will always see an asterisk, an asterisk next to the question or the attachment list. So this is 100% customizable. So your committee would usually have, informed us of which attachments are mandatory and which attachments are optional, and then we will align this according to the requirements. Once you are done, you click the submit button, and if you have responded to all the questions, this submit button here will be activated and you'll be able to submit. However, if there are any questions that you have not responded to that are mandatory, those questions will be listed there and you will be able to click each of these. So all that you have to do now is click, and then once you click that section, it will highlight the questions that have been missed out, and you'll be able to respond to those questions before the submit button is activated. And it is until the submit button is activated when you can be able to submit your application.